Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tatiana Noel, and I am here with my very first video on YouTube.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, so I'm here with my very first video, and I know you guys already read the title, and for whatever reason, if you haven't, maybe I just need to add it for dramatics. Your girl quit her corporate job. Okay. Let's just take a moment for that, okay? Let's take a moment. Whew. By this time, my family's probably like blowing their heads off right now. My phone is probably going to ring with a bunch of calls. But yes, your girl finally quit her corporate job. I'll give you guys a little bit of background about me since this is my first video. So, if you know me, you know that I've always been creative my whole life. I've always just been that free spirit that looks for understanding and purpose in life. And I was blessed and fortunate enough to finish college, graduate from college, get a good job. Honey, that took me some work, okay? There was 6 months after college where I did not have a job and I was stressed out. Your girl was crying. Your girl was overwhelmed. Your girl thought that she was about to have to go like live back where her, like, it was just crazy. But at the same time, that's when I started like getting into art. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. But yeah, I got a good job out of college, and you know, like, I was blessed to kind of go down that path. But I don't know, I kind of realized that it just wasn't for me. So your girl kind of quit her corporate job. Honey, there was a time in life where I did not even think that I was going to make it here, where I didn't even think, like, I just remember being a little kid and just not even thinking like it was possible for me to make it out of the struggle. I thought that that's all I was going to know my whole life. So to even be in a position where I'm quitting my corporate job is just mind-blowing to me. Those of you that don't know, I went to A&T for college. I studied accounting, and you know, I wasn't like the best student. I wasn't the best student at all. I was very smart. I asked a lot of questions. I held my own. But your girl just wasn't, I wasn't focused on school. I was making money, hand over fist, working at the front door of a strip club. I was like, what is school? So to get through school, it was kind of like pressure filled, but I got through it. And, you know, I eventually ended up finding a job in accounting. I worked that job for a little bit. I was there. It was in North Carolina where my school was. I worked that job for like a year, and then I ended up like getting them to negotiate a position to where they relocated me to the DMV area. And yeah, that was within like a year and a half of me working at the company. I think by the time that I left the company, I was there for a year and like 8-9 months. They relocated me to the DMV area. I worked for them for a little bit of time in the DMV area, and then I was just like, you know, I'm kind of over it. It was like stagnant, or so I thought. In my mind, I was like, this job is stagnant. So I left, and then I went to my previous job, the job that I most recently just quit. I started working for them, and everything was good. Ultimately, in whole, I was only at that job for a year. And within that time span, I negotiated like a teleworking position. So I was working like part-time. My hours were shifted. I kind of started at that point, like at this new job, I started feeling like the happiness wasn't going to be external, number one, but it wasn't going to be from this job or from a corporate job, this kind of structure, you know? So I don't know. I just kind of built up the belief in myself. I built up the consistency, and I built up the drive, and I put in my 2 weeks notice. Yeah. It happened sometime in November, but I didn't end up leaving my job until March. There were so many circumstances, I literally can't even go into that, but there were so many circumstances why it was prolonged and why I didn't leave my job initially. To kind of give you guys a little deeper insight on why I quit my job, first and foremost, I kind of want to start off with, I am an empath.
You know, I'm representing that real thug shit.
For those of you that don't know, empaths feel everything, okay? You stub your toe, we feel it, okay? Like, you get your heart broken and you tell us a story, we feel it. It's real, okay? It's real. So going to work every day surrounded by all these different energies and being susceptible to like them attaching to me, your girl was just, I was getting weak. I was getting weak, and I was getting overwhelmed by just not being able to take time to build up my strength to be able to deal with people. Because it's like, you know, straight out of high school, you go to college, you go to job, and you're always having to deal with people. You never can take the time to just breathe and figure out how to deal with your uniqueness, you know? So not only was that kind of an issue, it was just exhausting. I was trying to build this creative career. I probably didn't tell you guys in the past, but you know, during those 6 months of me not being able to find a job, I was able to curate 2 art shows in North Carolina, and at that same time I was just like, you know, building up my desire to be an artist, to be an entrepreneur. Like I was planting seeds. So I don't know, like it was just a combination of things, and it was time to go. I put in my 2 weeks notice in November, but I didn't end up leaving my company until March. So yeah, I just had time to, you know, really analyze the situation, analyze what I was putting myself in, come up with a plan, build a savings, and decide to take that leap of faith. But yeah, so I left my corporate job, and here we are today. Here we are today. And I'm laughing because, like, y'all, if you know anything about growing up Haitian, like, this is out of the norm. Like, truly and honestly and absolutely out of the norm. I know you guys are probably wondering, like, what now, Tatiana? What the hell do you think you're about to do? Like, how are you going to make money? How are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to eat? How are you going to survive? What if you don't make it? They're going to be like, why did you have all this time off of work? The questions alone just wear your girl out. And never fret. When God tells you things, you move with God. Not only that, you know, I've consistently been doing my artwork. Your girl has a website, free promo. Make sure you guys go check out my website, www.tatiananoelart.com. Same spelling as here. Add the art at the end.com. Check it out. But yeah, not only do I have my art going for me, obviously I'm now on YouTube, and I have some other endeavors that I'm pursuing, but move in silence. So your girl is going to execute, and then hopefully I'll be able to, you know, broadcast it, or I'll come back and I'll tell you guys, because this is a journey. This is truly a journey. With all my rambling and with my story time and with me getting a little bit deep into my life, what I'm committed to giving you guys is this journey of myself, of me transitioning, and of me finding the ability to make this transition, you know. I'm going to wrap this video up here. I definitely want you guys to converse with me in the comment section. Like, I'm definitely going to respond. Give me a thumbs up. Give me 2 thumbs up. Drop in the comment section below how you feeling. Subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, out.